All right, guys, I'm going to do a few of these business math problems with you just to make sure you guys are okay with it. It's pretty basic. Most of you probably had to do these kind of calculations before. So this is very simple. You probably will have a couple of these on your national board exam, which is great because they're pretty simple math. Let's look at number one. If special items are marked up at 25% above AWP, AWP stands for average wholesale price. What is the selling price for an item that has an AWP of $13.29? Okay, so our AWP is $13.29 and we're going to mark it up 25%. So the way that I do that is I take my $13.29 and I multiply it. There's a couple different ways you can do this depending on your comfort level. Some people like to just put in the $13.29 in their calculators and multiply times 25 with the percent sign. I didn't learn it that way. If that way works for you, then great, do that. I always just convert 25% into a decimal, which is 0.25, which gets me my actual markup. So I'm going to mark this product up $3.32. Now, in order to get my selling price, I have to add my markup to my AWP. So I'm just taking my $13.29 and adding the $3.32 to it for a total of $16.61. Just a little information on average wholesale price or AWP. I've never seen a pharmacy that didn't contract their cost below AWP. So usually they have what they post as a average wholesale price. Drug companies will, and then you'll pay below that. And then most companies do base off what they charge off their AWP. So they're actually making a little bit more than what it appears than the $3.32. They possibly could have gotten this for 50 cents or $1 cheaper or so forth. So there's just a little information about AWP or average wholesale price. And let's look at number two. Advanced herbal and vitamin formulations are marked up at 50% over invoice cost. If the invoice cost is $12.30, what is the selling price? So same concept here. We're going to take our $12.30, however you feel comfortable getting it. I choose to multiply, change my percent to a decimal. So 0.5 is the decimal here. So my markup is going to be $6.15. And then again, I have to add in my invoice cost here to get my total selling price. Just be careful as to what they ask you. Sometimes they'll ask you for the markup. Sometimes they're going to ask for selling price. Just be sure you realize what they're asking for. Okay, number three, hemorrhoid suppositories are priced at $3.29. Their invoice cost is $1.80. What is the amount of markup? So here it's just a simple subtraction problem to get the answer. And you should get $1.49. Pretty simple math there. Let's see, number four is going to be just like what we've worked. And number five, determine the gross profit for a product with a selling price of $68.49. So we've got our selling price of $68.49. It cost us $42. We have an overhead of $7.50. A lot of times companies will go ahead and figure in just kind of a flat rate based on overhead, like operating expenses, cost of rent or cost of mortgage plus electricity, and then they divide it by kind of what their units are. I know the last pharmacy I worked for, they had an overhead cost of $7 per prescription figured in. So it was like they charged AWP plus $7. So they really weren't making a whole lot on several of the products. But it's different across the board depending on which company or pharmacy you work for. So here, what we're going to do is our selling price is $68.49. And there's a couple different ways or orders you can do this, and there's not a wrong way. I'm going to go ahead and subtract my cost out, which I know is $42, and that gets me $26.49. Now, this is my selling price minus my cost, but then I'm going to go ahead and subtract out my overhead as well. So I'm going to subtract out my $7.50 to get a total of, I'm running out of room, $18.99. So that would be my gross profit. That's what they're asking for there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop this video, and then I'll start another one to do some review math for you.